Being a Calgary Flames fan right now is rough. Dude, I don't need to tell you guys, Flames fans, you know how rough it is because not only is the team bad, they just don't care. And like at the drop of a hat, they decide to quit. Okay, like I brought up the example last time. They wake up on the wrong side of the bed and they quit. They're done for the night. They mail it in, forget it. We'll come back next game. And it's really frustrating to watch. So you gotta think, other than maybe the coach getting fired or the GM getting fired, is the core going to get touched? And you know who the core is. I'm talking about Gaudreau. I'm talking about Monahan, Giordano, even Matthew Tkachuk and Lindholm are lumped into that discussion. Michael Backlund. These are big name players that might be on the move from Calgary. And I hate to say it because I love this core, but at some point in a results-oriented business like the NHL, moves have to be made. Now, there are two major problems that I see with blowing it up for the Calgary Flames. First of all, you've got the quarantine. Whether it's 7 days or 14 days, if you're making a trade and getting rid of one or multiple core pieces on your team, and then you don't have anybody replacing them for 1, 2, sometimes even 3 weeks, okay? And not to mention that the player coming in might need some time to adjust and play better, okay? So if you're rebuilding, then that's when you look at this type of thing. Because if you're going to trade a Monahan, a Gaudreau, a Giordano, right, then basically what you're saying is, okay, the season's over. And maybe a lot of Flames fans are in that boat right now where it's tank season. Let's go for a high draft pick. This one's done. But I don't think the GM, Brad Treliving, is there yet. I think maybe after this week he will be, but I don't think he's there quite yet. The second big problem is trade value, of course. Now, again, if you're going to sell some of your best pieces, like Monahan, Gaudreau, Geo, Tkachuk, these types of guys, then selling low is a recipe for disaster for your franchise. Need I bring up the Jarome Iginla trade, Calgary Flames fans? That's got to be one of the worst trades in NHL history. I think we would have been better off trading Jarome Iginla for a bag of pucks. Seriously, we got nothing from that trade at all whatsoever. And selling low on a guy like Monahan, for example. Okay, I know he's been in talks in a few different trades, like we heard about it with Columbus for Josh Anderson over the summer there. But again, you're selling so low on him that the return you're going to get might not even be good enough for the rebuild you're looking to start. And yes, Johnny Gaudreau did up his trade value with the start of the season he had, but it's not as high as where you would want it to be. So again, do you want to have another repeat of trading Jarome Iginla for Kenny Agostino, Ben Hanowski, and Morgan Klimchuk? And yes, I do realize none of you, or most of you, don't know those names, and nor should you, because they barely had a cup of coffee in the NHL. So that's the other thing here in this situation. Do you wait until the summer to maybe clean house? So that would mean the coach, the GM, the players, everything. Do you start from scratch? Or maybe they can turn things around. Do you go out and get a piece like Taylor Hall? And do you just go for it one last time with this group? That's the question. And I know there's a lot of Flames fans who want things blown up right now, but these are factors that you have to think about in this situation, and they're important ones. And I'm seeing a lot of Flames fans, hey, if you live in Calgary, on Overtime on Fan 960, saying they're untouchables. It's Markstrom, it's Lindholm, and way less people than I thought are saying Tkachuk. I mean, I thought everybody and their dog would be saying Matthew Tkachuk is untouchable. Way less than I thought. And I know he's having a rocky start to the season, but it's going to be super interesting to see what this team does because we know it's not working right now. Absolutely not, okay? So something's going to give at some point. There's no way that it's just going to stick with this exact group even until the end of the season. Something is going to happen, big or small. Now, if you ask me personally, I know everybody likes to say, oh, how many coaches do they need? They've been through 11 coaches in whatever years. Okay, well, that number is completely exaggerated, okay, because Jeff Ward, rookie coach, never been an NHL head coach before. Glenn Gullickson, another rookie coach with no experience, he didn't know what he was doing. Remember the stick throw? He did not know what he was doing. Bill Peters, that whole fiasco, look, let's not even get into that. That was a huge distraction away from the team and really hurt them last year, and they just couldn't get back on track from that huge fiasco. Bob Hartley took a significantly weaker group than what the Flames have right now and took them to the second round of the playoffs in 2015. So I don't think this group has had an elite coach yet. So just saying, how many coaches do they need? You're not looking at the actual coaches that fill those numbers. So if you give them a legit coach, I would say see where that goes. Now, are they going to do that? Probably not. They would have fired Ward by now if they were going to do that. But that's just my 2 cents on it. I think if you were to give them a real elite coach, they might be able to give you some better results. Because look at it this way. In 2004, if the Flames don't hire Daryl Sutter, do you think they go to the Stanley Cup final? No. So that's just my 2 cents on it, Flames fans. Let me know what you guys think. What would you do if you were the GM of the Flames right now? And like, subscribe. You guys know I'm a Flames fan. I'd love to make more Flames videos. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next one.